Besides trains, I have an intense interest in history. And I've come up with the history and pretty much cemented the history for every building on my layout. So let's start the tour now. Our tour starts right here. This is the former quarry that Adolf Rivenberg started in 1851. The Hiawatha Valley Construction Office was the original office of the Rivenberg quarry. In 1861, Adolf Rivenberg learned that the railroad was going to come through. So he donated this land to the railroad and moved his quarry elsewhere. In 1861, Adolf Rivenberg had this depot built for the railroad. The one condition of giving it to the railroad is that they call this station Rivenberg. However, the spelling was messed up. But that was okay with him. The right-of-way was going to go right through his former quarry. So he actually quarried it out more and the railroad blasted it out even more and built the tunnel. In 1862, Adolf Rivenberg wanted to build a town. So in order to make room for the town, he blasted this area away. And this dry goods store was the first building built in the town of Rivenberg. It was built in 1863. It was all by itself for a long time until 1874, when this building, which is now the library, was built. This building is going to be a cafe. The saloon was built in 1885, and this is a hotel. The hotel was built in 1890. This is going to be the bakery. The bakery sits on the site of an old lime kiln where they made lime for joining together bricks and stones. Here's the post office. The post office was also built in 1880. In the back, by the railroad tracks, was where the mail was caught and thrown off the train. Usually that's at the depot, but since the post office is right by the tracks, they put it here. Here's the river again. And right next to the river is the old Rivenberg house. It's now the Bianke house. Mrs. Bianke has a chicken coop. And look, they still have an old pump. And they cook and heat with wood. It's a very nice house. It didn't always used to be this nice. It was pretty run down, but Anthony Bianke, who owns the Hiawatha Valley Construction Company, fixed it up nicely. Here's another shot of the Rivenberg Bianke house. The front part of the house was built in 1852. The back part was built in 1860. You can see Mrs. Bianke and Mrs. McNamara are talking. They're inseparable. They both love sewing and knitting, and Mrs. Bianke likes to make quilts. A couple of her quilts is sitting on the railing there. And here's Tony Bianke himself, waiting for trains to come by. Yeah, he's a real fan too. Here's another shot of a Hiawatha Valley Construction Company, formerly the quarry office. Mr. Tony Bianke fixed this up really nice also, and added the lumber rack because, well, he's a carpenter and he builds houses. So there's my town during, oh, I forgot about this. It's under construction. This is going to be Memorial Park. It's dedicated to the Civil War soldiers, but also, as time went on, added World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. So that's the history of the town from a outpost with a quarry to a little bustling town. Now I'm going to show you the town of Rivenberg at night.